channel, Cosmic Insight Astrology. My name is Christina. If you got a Capricorn rising, Capricorn sun, or Capricorn moon, this is your 2023 annual forecast. All right, guys, so let me tell you a few things over here before I start. This is a taste of 2023. It's a little bit of teaser. I created videos for each individual sign, about 30-40 minutes for free of charge. But I also have to let you know, I'm making the videos for each individual sign, which is going to be an hour and a half to up to 2 hours. And I'm going to dissect and giving you detailed information about every single month. And also I'm going to analyze all the aspects, all the lunation, full moon, new moon, every single month, all the out-of-bound planets, all the ingresses, also the asteroids. I'm going to include asteroids and eclipses and everything truly. And it will be up for purchase. And if you order it, in the discount price, which going to be $5 each, or if you want to buy all the 12 signs, it's going to be $50 for the 12 signs for 3 months. And after the 3 months, it's going to be available for $12 each sign. Okay, so let's start your 2023 horoscope and let's see what kind of opportunities and what kind of challenges you will need to face. And I'm going to give you some remedies as well. All right, guys, so here is your horoscope. We're going to start actually the January, the 2023 January with a stellium in your sign, in Capricorn, in your first house. And if you see that, first house actually is your willpower. It is your ego, it is yourself, your inner self, your body, representing your vitality, your desires, the first house. And the Capricorn stellium here, it is going to give you a really strong transformation. It's going to give you a really strong emphasis on your body, for example. So that is your body. And Pluto over here, you had it for 14 years in your first house. So most likely you reinvented yourself. A lot of people didn't even recognize you. You were reborn over and over, just like Phoenix from ashes. And, it could have been actually indicated for you some kind of gender surgeries or, surgeries, any kind of elective surgeries as well. But, it could be some kind of power struggle within you with your ego, and you were actually peeling off that layer of onion, layer of ego, years by years during that 14 years while it was reside in your first house. Mercury here, and also, Venus, because of, if I go back actually by a day, so let me say this, Venus is also going to be in Capricorn, right? So here is the stellium on the 1st of January, and Venus is representing money, and with Pluto over here, it could indicate some kind of investment is turning out financially beneficial for you. And it could also indicate, look, Pluto and Venus, it could indicate like beginning of the year, you are scheduled for surgery, but some kind of beauty treatment, beauty surgeries, or it could indicate like, I'm getting money from the government, Capricorn, but it is other people's money. So either it's going to be some kind of insurance payout or like inheritance or anything Pluto related. All right, let's go to Mars and look at that. Mars is in your sixth house of work. It is your sixth house of health, tenants, small pets, and like your roommates as well. So Mars came here end of August 2022. It went to retrograde 2022 October 30 until January 12th. January 12th, it's going to move forward in your sixth house of health and work, daily routine. So it will be like, all right, like I'm not frustrated anymore. I'm initiating change in my health and in my daily routine. So I'm going to be more active. Something hold me back from activity. It could be because I injured my limbs or arms, because when Mars went in retrograde, it could have indicated some kind of injury on your arm, like fire, gunshot, or knife, or some kind of burning. But definitely it could be inflammation as well, because and in your sixth house of health, so definitely it could indicate that. And you were not capable to doing any activity that you wanted to, and you are restless right now, and you are ready to go and ready to move, and you will do so. And Mars is the courage and warrior, the inner warrior. In the sixth house, it's indicating like, I have to initiate some kind of change at the way I'm working, or the way I relate from work. And like even maybe with my employees. So it could be like, yeah, I was thinking of to fire someone when Mars was in retrograde, but I didn't come to the conclusion, and right now I just going to fire the people who doesn't serve my need anymore, or he doesn't work with the same values and morals if I want them the way I want them to work for me. And it could also indicate like you were putting on hold some kind of argument with a coworker, and when Mars going to go direct, you're not gonna hold it back. You're going to initiate that kind of fight because it was way long to need it to be said. And right now you're just going to start the arguments here. But definitely, it also could indicate some kind of inflammation of the throat, like your vocal cord as well. So careful with yelling, because it could hurt you, or it could give you some kind of inflammation there. All right, and let's talk about, for example, Saturn, because Saturn is going to take a change and going Pisces March 7th. And to understand what's going to happen for you, then you have to understand the archetype of Pisces and Saturn. Saturn is the lord of karma. Saturn is also representing undeveloped land. It's also representing a father figure, exes, your ex-partner as well. And also it is decay, delay, fears, ambition, death, cold and antics and old ages, limitation, restriction. So you can see the good ambition as well. So you can see the good and the bad archetype of Saturn. And then let's talk about Pisces a little bit. Pisces ruled the 12th house, and it's ruled by Neptune and Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of growth and abundance and generosity and financial good fortune, so wisdom as well. And it's also ruled by Neptune, which is spirituality, dreams, intuition, compassion, but also illusion, delusion, addiction, and rules arts as well, like filmmaking, photography. So, art, and rules the unprivileged, and rules prison, rules orphanages, hospitals. So, yeah. And in your third house, Saturn going to move over here in your third house. So when it was in your second house, you might had invested in undeveloped lands, and that's how you preserve your money. You were capable to create and have a saving account again. But Saturn gonna go to your third house in Pisces. It could represent like some kind of a restriction in a spiritual study. So you might have followed some kind of spiritual study or workshop, and right now Saturn is going to get a limitation over there. but also Saturn is structure and ambition. So in the third house, it could represent like a hard work on some kind of artistic project, which is also connected with verbal, like poetry or filmmaking, studying photography or something like that. But it's not going to be a quick study. It will be like a 2.5 years old, very hard and disciplined and hard work for you before you're going to graduate. So yeah, definitely it could indicate Saturn. Third house is your words, and Saturn over there could indicate like I don't have news for writing, or it could indicate like I have some kind of issue with talking, so I might going to be restricted from talk, or I might going to be restricted to practice my spirituality. And third house could be like something with internet project, and it could be something through the ethers, through digital like computer, like internet. And then it is like I'm going to be censored, my spiritual healing practice going to be censored, restricted by government. It could indicate as well. And if you would like to, I already made a video about the cycles for up to the next 10 years, Saturn cycles, Pluto cycles, and Saturn is taking 29.5 years to go around the zodiacal sign and cycle. And then it is also taking 2.5 years in every individual sign. So it's going to be here for 2.5 years, and Saturn could be dryness and sucking us out, sucking us dry in the certain area that is actually affecting. So it could be Saturn is like limitation with your friends or limitation with your neighbors. So you might going to decide not to connect with your neighbors or not to connect with a sibling or friend. So it is giving some kind of issues with a sibling, a younger sibling, or with a friend, like some kind of restriction. And it could be because of you are not having the same spiritual values, Pisces. Or it could be because you are cutting cords because of the friend, siblings, neighbor has some kind of addiction issues, because Pisces is addiction issues. Pisces, third house is also your neighborhood. Saturn in Pisces could represent like some kind of drought in your neighborhood. So if you are living in an area where, like rivers and lakes, it could become like, oh my God, we're not going to have water in the lake. Or, like in my neighborhood, somehow we are have a restriction for water usage. Maybe it is simple as it is because of third house also representing your cars. So maybe your neighborhood or HOA not going to let you to wash the cars in the neighborhood because of water restriction or not enough water, something like that, and it's coming back and forth here because it's gonna go to retrograde and move forward. So yeah, it is going to be that kind of subject and issue for you for a while. And then let's talk about formal heart. So actually, but I wanted to mention over here, I wanted to mention a fixed star. And this fixed star is formal heart, and it is in 4th degree Pisces. And that is also Archangel Gabriel, and it's coming from the south. And Archangel Gabriel actually is the messenger of God, and it is also helping you with direction. So in the third house, if you lost direction with your writing project, or if you lost direction with your studies, then it's going to help you to give you direction. And so just pray for Gabriel, and it's helping. And 4th degree in mutable sign, it's an honorific degree. So it is actually a karmic degree. And Saturn conjuncting with formal heart, which is like idealism, creativity, like it seeks for creative vision, and it's express itself through poetry. So third house also representing words and communication. So it could be like you are structuring a new kind of speech, and you will restructure the way you are talking. It's gonna be very poetic, and it's some kind of, because of Saturn is a long term, maybe it's going to be permanent in your life. So the way you are, or it could indicate like you start to write lyrics, for example, or actually Saturn is government, so you're going to start to write some kind of government speeches, maybe for your mayor. Maybe you're gonna become a ghost writer, but you are going to write for some kind of authority figures. For Marhot also very prophetic and really creative talents and visionary, but formalhood could be also delusional, just like Pisces. So when Saturn is there, actually it's good because of it's going to restrict to become delusional. So it's going to help you with delusions. It's going to give you more certainty. Now you're not going to look at the words through the pink glasses, the rose quartz glasses. So Saturn going to go back and forth over here, retrograding back and forth here for a few times. So going to conjunct exactly 3 times with formalhood. Okay, let's talk about Pluto. Pluto is in Capricorn, in your sign for 14 years. Major change with your body image, maybe with your gender, surgeries, plastic surgeries, gender surgeries, anything could be that. And then it's gonna come to your second house. Pluto in the second house is money. Second house is your finance, the money that you earn. And from 2024 till 2044, it's going to be here for 20 years, but the next 2 years going to go back and forth between Aquarius and Capricorn. To understand, you have to understand Pluto, which is elimination, destruction, regeneration, renewal, transformation, taboo, sex, death, pregnancy, abortion, obsession, detoxification, defecation. Like Pluto is really transformative. Pluto is Phoenix. It's also afterlife, and it's also, like the underworld rules Scorpio, rules the 8th house, the mortgages, insurances, alimony, other people's money, banks. In the second house, it's representing you might going to have some kind of new way of relate to your finances, the finances that you are doing and making on your own. So you're going to have that, like your values going to definitely change. The way you relate to money, way you relate to bank systems, you might going to bypass banks. And Pluto is mining, for example, and it could represent like mining digital currency or mining itself. So you're going to invest in Plutonian energies, anything that is mined from the ground. And Pluto in second house could be actually your garden. And Pluto over here, you might going to find out your house where it's located, or your garden has some kind of very like very powerful like maybe gold or diamond or whatever underneath. So yeah, it could be that, or it could be like, let's see, what else can be Pluto in Aquarius. Aquarius is humanitarian, the most humanitarian sign. It is ruled by Uranus and Saturn, so definitely very independent, very rebellious, very initiator and insightful and inventing. So in the second house, it invents a new, you can be the one who invent cryptocurrency, a new kind of cryptocurrency. And Pluto could be some kind of energy. So mining energy as well, or investing some kind of energy, but it has to be mined. Yeah. So what else could be your values? That's values, your taste. Pluto is a profound change over there with your taste buds and with your values. So definitely it's going to go through under transformation. And Uranus is your crown chakra, and Uranus is the way you relate to the divine knowledge, and actually you're going to value knowledge and integrity instead of that kind of pure material needs that you did value before. So that's why your values is changing. It's not gonna be everything is just about money, money, money and chasing it, Capricorns. It's going to be, I want to create integrity and intelligence in my life, and I want to be based my money and my finances on intellect and integrity. So that could be that as well. All right. Also, I have to mention altar. That is a fixed sign in 1 degree Aquarius. And that is actually a Martian quality, fixed star, and courageous and bold, and an initiator. Not afraid of anything. So it's representing with Pluto with the transformation, like, all right, you know what? I will try that kind of new income. I am not afraid of anymore. Maybe before I didn't want to invest in digital currency. I needed only tangible energy with that kind of Capricornian Pluto, whatever I can touch and feel. But right now, even if it's something in the ether, doesn't matter. It's not tangible. It's very airy, because Capricorn is like Earth, and this is airy sign. Even if it's fixed, it is like, all right, let's do that. I'm capable to initiate some kind of change. Doesn't matter if I don't see, I still can manifest. Here Pluto in your first house, I have to see to manifest, and here I have to believe first, and then I still can bring it on and manifest kind of situation for you. All right, yes, so that's what it is. And let's talk about then Jupiter. Jupiter is going to go to your fifth house. Fifth house is your intimacy, creativity, children. It's also representing your prize, winning prizes, so lottery, and sensuality as well, romance as well. And then Jupiter, May 17th is going to come over here, May 16th to your fifth house, and it's going to be in Taurus and retrograding back and forth. So Jupiter in fifth house, it's good. And at one point, it's going to be end of May, conjunct with North Node. So it's going to be a new creative project and a new creative outlet for you, which is going to be blessed. Anything with children, project with children, project with circulation or heart. So you might going to become a doctor and so to be certified to become a heart doctor, a cardiologist, or it could indicate like Jupiter is blessing growth, finances, good fortune. It could indicate with North Node here, like I'm going to win the lottery. And also later on, when it's going to 2024, Jupiter and Uranus gonna be in your fourth house at the beginning, fifth house at the beginning. It could be a windfall of money for you multiple times with lottery winning as well, or some kind of prize. Doesn't have to be lottery, but some kind of prize, or it could be very beneficial for your child, because North Node is like, the way where you are heading, that is your future, and it could be also the future of your child. And Jupiter is a blessing. Your child could get into an art school or some kind of art project, or, it's a blessing for your children as well, if you have some for your dependent. Okay. Let's see. Let's talk about the eclipses, all right? So the eclipses, okay, so the nodes. So the nodes are mathematical point, and let's go by months over here for you so I can Okay, let's go to June. Okay, here, July, August. Okay, Aries. It's gonna be actually July 17th when the nodes are going to go to Aries and Libra, because the nodes are mathematical point of the moon, and those are not planets. And North node is Jupiterian energy. South node is the axis of the North node. It's the tail of the dragon. It is Ketu, and it is your destiny, your karma, Saturnian energy. It's going to be in your 10th house, so 4th and 10th house axis for you. It's going to be something with family matters, real estate. North node over here could bring in a new real estate. So, or you can become a real estate agent, or you're going to buy properties for investment. It could indicate that one as well. But so not here in Libra. Libra is, it's your business partner, one-on-one relationship, it's partnership. And in the 10th house of career, reputation, it could be ending a career for you. So ending something what is staged, but where you have to commune, where you have to commute, where you have to be present in a workplace, and actually you're going to have something invented at home. So a new career, but it's going to be home-based. But definitely it could be real estate, or like starting some kind of real estate project, or buying houses and investment houses as well. So let's talk about the eclipses. So we were talking about the nodes, and the eclipses are usually, we have like 4 to 8 eclipses a year. 2023 we have 4 eclipses, and it's going to be the axis of ego, which is Aries, the self and partnership, between the self and partnership. So a lot of people going to have a conflict between their own ego and their partner. A lot of relationship could come to an ending. And then what we have over here, the eclipse are bringing in a drastic change, and solar eclipse is usually positive change. It could be a marriage, it could be like buying a house, it could be like indicating a graduation or proposal for like engagement or a new job. So it is bringing in those kind of positive things. But the lunar eclipse are usually, and it's opposing to solar eclipse, and lunar eclipse, it's full moon, and it's ending, it's losses. So it's change through pain, it's growth through pain. And usually those are unfortunate events. And you have to know the solar eclipse is when the moon is between the sun and earth, and the lunar eclipse is when the earth standing between the sun and moon. So you going to experience actually the first solar eclipse. Let me see, that's going to be a total solar eclipse, 29 degrees in Aries, April 20th, and it's going to be in your 4th house. So it could bring into you a home, buying a home around April 20th. But the eclipse is not exactly happening, the buying house on the same day. Eclipse is affecting you to 6 months to a year and a half, 18 months. So it's not exactly on that day, it could affect up till 18 months. And the lunar eclipse going to happen May 5th in Scorpio. So we're going to have the lunar eclipse till the first one in 2023 in Scorpio. And it's going to happen in 14 degrees Scorpio in your 11th house. That is your social circle, wishes and hopes. So over here, it's representing like you can lose a friend, you can lose a court case, you were on court with someone, and there it's going to be a loss. You're not going to win the court case. Or it could represent some kind of social circle is actually letting, like not letting me in. My social circle is abandon me and throw me out. So there is some kind of loss of friendship for you here. And then we're going to have October 14 an annual solar eclipse in Libra. And it's going to be here. So the next solar eclipse, and it's going to be 28 degrees Libra. So the South Node gonna come over here. And then, that's your 10th house of career. So what can it bring? So it could end a career for you and bring in later on another one. But definitely, because that's the South Node over here, it can end a career and bring another one in right away, a new partnership right away. And then October 28th, we're going to have a Taurus here in your 5th house, lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipse is positive, so it has to be something with your children, with your investment, with your romantic partner, romances. It's going to be definitely positive. And it's going to be something with, how many degrees? It's going to be 5 degrees Taurus. So by that time, Jupiter is going to lunge around Taurus here, back and forth retrograde. So most likely we're going to have a Jupiterian influence as well, which is abundance and growth. So definitely it is a positive aspect. It could be a lottery winning, as I said, a prize winning, or, like it could be some very positive situation with your child. All right, what else? And Algol, yes, let's talk about Algol and Spica so Algol is in 26 degrees right now in Taurus. So Jupiter, I mentioned Jupiter going to be until December here in Taurus, back and forth retrograding. And next year also in January, February, it's going to be still in Taurus in 2024 and March. And so it's going to conjunct with Algol. Algol is not necessary. Algol is the Medusa, and it was actually abducted and raped. And because of she lost her virginity because of rape, Pallas Athene kicked her out from the temples, and she became bitter and evil. But Algol is not only a bitter and evil star, fixed star. Algol actually could be very positive, and it could be really, really good financially for so many reasons. And when it's going to actually conjunct with Jupiter, it could bring in financial abundance, and it's gonna be in your 5th house. So for you, Capricorns, it's going to be something with winning prizes. Many of you it could indicate that. So, Algol also, it's wisdom and compassionate wisdom through suffer, but also protection and passion and creative expression. And for money wise, it's definitely a profound change and the riches. But the shadow side, definitely it's rage and victimizing. So it could indicate some kind of issue with you will have to watch out with your children not to get victimized. It's not all Capricorn, obviously, but we need to be aware over there a little bit. And let's talk about Spica. Spica is going to conjunct with South Node in your 11th house. And Spica is also a very, very beneficial, very bright, beautiful fixed star. And but it's going to conjunct with the South Node, so it's not necessarily going to be really good. Spica is really good when it's conjunct in your natal chart or through transition with Sun, Moon, Jupiter, Venus, positive planets. But Spica is skillfulness, and it's very versatile. So actually, it's value, integrity, and intelligence. So with in the South Node in the 11th house, it could be like you can become narcissist, or very, very bold, and you're going to show off. Egocentric, you're going to show off your skills, and people are going to be like, I don't like that person because it's a show off, like that kind of situation can indicate with South Node for you in the 11th house. So be mindful, because they're going to conjunct over here for you. And Oh, actually, that's your 10th house. So actually, it's going to indicate something with your work and career. So because of Spica is in your 10th house, it's representing like I'm going to get a promotion, but you know, people are not going to like me because of the way I'm like a narcissist or the way I relate to work. Or if I am a CEO, because 10th house also could be a boss, so it could indicate like you're gonna become a CEO or a boss, but you are very narcissist, and then you are like you're gonna be infamous in your career, infamous in career. Okay, guys, so that's what I think I wanted to talk about. And as I said, my 2 hours horoscope going to be really, really detailed. I'm going to talk all about Mercury retrogrades, Mars retrograde, Venus. Actually, Mars retrograde only gonna be till January 12th, but you know, Venus going to go to retrograde. And all the out of bound planets and the lunation month by month, really, really detailed. So it's gonna be ready to purchase. Please subscribe, like, and comment on my channel, so the algorithm can find me and I can create more videos for you. Check out my website, which is www.urbanwitch.org. Also, remedies, a little bit of remedies over here. Capricorn remedies. Capricorn is Saturnian stone, so use anything for the gray matter, which is gray stones, and you can use also black tourmaline and black stones, and it is going to make you stronger and more resilient. So yeah, that's what you can use during 2023. But also I have to mention 2023, January 22nd, we're going to have a rabbit Chinese New Year, and rabbit is associated with Pisces, and Pisces is actually sextiling your sign. So that is powerful. And if you are happen to be a dog, a pig, rabbit, or goat Capricorn, you're going to have a really good year, definitely. It's going to bring in more positive. And you know, rabbit, because of its Pisces, it could, Pisces has lapis lazuli, and you know, Pisces amethyst, so you can use that stones as well. But you can also have a little bit a rabbit statue in your pocket, and it could be from black tourmaline or black onyx, and it will bring you luck and victory and prosperity, definitely prosperity, because you're gonna be prosperous because you have a lot of indication in your 5th house, Capricorns. All right, if you loved it, like it, subscribe it, and comment. I see you in November. Have a beautiful 2023 and a safe one. See you later. Bye.